Hello, my dears. All right, we're going to finish lesson 2-2 today. We started the other day and we talked about combining like terms, and today we're going to add in the distributed property to that. Here is the very awesome Gunnar Ward with our I can statement.
Today we're going to do lesson 2-2 part 2. I can simplify expressions using the distributive property.
All right, distributed property. Let's get started. Here is our first example. Remember, we're starting at example 3 because this is part 2. I know that this is the distributed property because of the parentheses. And distribute actually means, if you remember from last year, to multiply. Alright, we are multiplying the number on the outside times everything inside the parentheses. So we are multiplying the 4 to the b and to the -3. Now this plus sign is like a stop sign. I do not multiply anything past the plus sign. So 4 times b is 4b, and 4 times -3 is -12. And then I'm just going to bring down my plus 2.3b. Okay, after I have distributed and removed the parentheses, I'm looking at 3 separate terms. What I need to find out in order to simplify is, are any of my terms like terms? And they are. 4b and 2.3b are like terms because of the variable. 4 plus 2.3 is 6.3b, and then I'm just going to bring down -12 at the end. There are no terms like -12. Good job. Okay, 2 final practice problems. I want you to add these in the white space at the bottom of Workbook, page 19. Go ahead and pause the video, write them down, work them out on your own, and then come back and check them with me. In problem number 1, I know that I'm going to have to distribute because of the parentheses. Those parentheses mean I'm going to multiply the 3. So 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 6 is 18, and I'm going to bring down the -3x. It's not part of my distributing because the parentheses have ended. The sign separates the 3x from the distributed property. And then I'm going to check for like terms. 3x is like -3x, and those are inverses or opposites of each other. 3 minus 3 cancels out. So my final answer here is just 18. On problem number 2, I'm going to start with the distributed property again. -2 times p is -2p. -2 times -8 is +16. Same sign as positive. I'm going to bring down my -5p. And when I bring down this p, I'm going to add in that it's 1p. Because all variables without numbers have a value of 1. And then I'm going to check for my like terms. -2p, -5p, and +1p. When I put those together, I'm going to get -6p, and then I'm just going to bring down +16 because there's nothing like +16. Good try. I'm proud of you either way. Make sure those are in your workbook. And let's move on. Okay, it's your turn. For tomorrow, I want you to do 2 things. You need to create and simplify. So you have to do those 2 things for 3 of your own problems, and they must include the distributed property. So here's an example. So I've created it. This part is my distributing property, and then my -2 is in here if that's what's going to help me simplify. So you need to have one part with the distributive property, and then you have to have at least one more thing so that after you distribute you can combine like terms. And you need to have 3 of these problems that you have created and simplified to share in class. Alright, and some final words of wisdom. Zig Ziglar, you cannot climb the ladder of success dressed in the costume of failure. So be successful. Do your homework. I will see you tomorrow.